Guys, let's get right through this. And the first play looks like the magnet catch. So let's get right through it. But look at the rush, though. They all go inside because they're not really trying to get there. The DB, I don't know what that is, what type of technique that is, but he clearly ran past the receiver to let him get position, and he just stuck his arm in place to make it look like he was going to bat the ball down. But he actually does nothing. His hand, it looks like he's doing something from a distance, but if you zoom in, you'll see that his hand just stays there. It doesn't rip at anything. It doesn't move. Now this game, guys, oh my God, this game, everyone picked the Chiefs, including myself, but I did pick the Broncos to cover. So all my Patreon guys, they made a killing off of this game. So, because if anybody on Patreon listened to me, you made a ton of money off of this game because I picked the Broncos to cover because I had a feeling that something weird was going to happen. I just couldn't pick them on the win-loss column. Not that that matters because you don't get money off wins and losses. It's about the spread. And we got that right, guys. They'll think the game that we got wrong definitely was the Rams, but the Rams just laid down. I picked the Rams to win and cover. I thought they'd show up and do better than that. I was wrong about that. I'm a man. I'm always admit when I'm wrong. I was definitely wrong about that, but everything else, I was basically right about everything else. If you look at this list, I was right about every other game almost. I'm looking at this list right now. Let's see. I was wrong about the Rams. I was wrong about Pittsburgh because I had them covering. And then I was wrong about... I'm trying to see who else I was wrong about. That's it. That's the only... I picked the Niners to lose. Every other game except those two games, I picked the correct team. So, Patreon guys made a killing. I don't tell those guys to pick every game anyway. I tell you to just be choosy with your games. Only pick the ones you feel good about. Don't pick every single game. That's how you lose. But anyway, let's talk more about this. False starts. They made Russell Wilson complete 12 passes only in this game, guys. He completed only 12 passes, guys, and won the game against Patrick Mahomes, who only scored 9 points. So I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. And then look at the defense on this. Look at the defender doesn't even jump off the ground. It's just like the other play where they just put their hand in place so the viewing audience can think that you're playing defense, but really he's just keeping his hand there and the receiver can rip it away because there's no aggression from the defense to stop him. See? And then he doesn't jump and then just flails and falls down and lets the receiver catch it. All while making it look like he was playing defense, but he really was not. All right, so now we have look at the Eagles crashing inside. Look at this. Well, he got shoved inside and kept going. Didn't even try to get back out. The other guy takes a dive, and now this guy arrives late. And now you get a touchdown because of that chip block, and the DN never fought to get back outside. It's like he just allowed the guy to push him in, and he just kept trolleying and jogging into place, into the A gap, when he should have been in the C gap. Basically tackling the quarterback. But okay. All right, let's see this. I picked the Saints to win and cover this game. I was right about that as well. Now you see the Colts aren't rushing. Look at this. Devoid of any rush. No one at all. No aggression. No type of want to or care. The ball is just going to get completed. Look at both defenders. All right, I'm going to pause it right here. Right now, these defenders are in wonderful position. I'm talking supreme. Both these defenders should be making a play on this ball, if not one of them. And you're going to notice that they both just run by the receiver instead of stopping the brakes, pulling the brakes, right? Pull the e-brake, and then you come back to the ball. Instead of doing that, they're both going to keep running away. And the receiver's the only one that stops. Look, the receiver stops his feet. These two guys keep running by him. Why? It's to let him catch the football. And look at this. What was number 23 doing? And then 25 just sticks his arm in there. But I know he tried to get the interception and didn't even have possession right there. You got to hold it the whole way. The tie goes to the receiver every time, guys. In the NFL, because remember the Russell Wilson thing back in 2010 against the Packers, that Hail Mary? They made that rule because of that. It's another way for them to rig games. You'll just tell the guy, "Oh, catch the ball at the same time to make it suspenseful," you know. But at the end of the day, the offense gets the call. Now, right here, look at this: 4 guys in the middle crashing inside. Why would you need 4 guys on the inside and no one on the outside to contain a two-way quarterback, a running quarterback? This is what we're gonna do. Oh, so we just go right through the middle and still arrives there late. Imagine if he rushed outside. Well, not that big boy. He's a D tackle. Now, let's explain how A.J. Green, or A.J., whatever his name is, A.J. Brown gets wide open. That's why. You see, this guy doesn't cover anyone. It's either, 2 things, guys. It's either they're in a cover 3 and this corner didn't sink back, or they're in man-to-man and this guy just didn't cover that guy. That's the only thing that could have happened here, guys. Either way, this is fuckery. This is a bullshit touchdown. This is just giving it up. Like, what is this guy doing? I'm pretty sure they're in man, because he's just in no man's land. That's not even a position you'd be playing at any point. Like, what position is he playing there? Like, he's not a strong safety, because if he was, he would have carried that in the seam, not just let him run by. I don't think they were in cover 3. Let's see how this corner plays. Yeah, this is man, guys. They're in man. Oh, actually, you know what? The way he's shuffling back, he actually might be in a cover 3 technique. It might be his fault, guys, and he just didn't get back in his zone. But it's one of those two. It's one of those two. It's either this corner didn't get in his deep third, or this guy didn't cover his man. That's it. There's no other thing that it could be. Any other fanboy that you want to argue and say it's anything else, you're just going to get blocked. I don't have the patience for you guys. I hate you assholes. And I just want you guys to drink bleach. The people that argue that this stuff is real, you're just annoying. All right, next play. Well, let's finish this out. See? They both are just like, ooh, who has who? I don't know what to do. I think that was cover 3 because you see 35 here, guys? Middle safety. So I think this corner didn't play his third. I think he just let AJ get deep and then chased him late. Because the safety that I showed you that didn't cover him, he looked like he was playing a hook to curl almost and just didn't jam him at all. But we see that all the time. It's not new news. It's NFL. Alright, so now crash inside, rushing only 3 against Will Levis, who looks like Doug Flutie. But now let's see how D-Hop gets open here. So D-Hop's right there. No jam, guys. So the best player on their team by far gets no jam. Look, they don't touch him. They let him run scot-free, full speed down the field. They don't touch him. So this is what happens when you let DeAndre Hopkins run down the field untouched. He actually underthrew him, but it was enough on it for him to get away. But that's what happens, guys, when you don't touch. You need to jam receivers. Like, within 5 yards, you have to reroute receivers. You have to push them to ruin the timing. That's what that does. When you jam them, it ruins the timing. It throws everything off, even just a little bit, because everything is based on timing. So when they don't do that, you know it's false. Now, this is just the safety just completely taking a shit angle and not... Look at this. Why are you running down? Oh my God, guys. So this is the angle he took. Look at my pen. He took an angle like this, which is the most moronic thing you can do. That's what you would do if there was a running back with the ball. Say this was the running back and he had the ball and he's running up the field. Then, yeah, you would run up like that. But if the ball's in the air, you would take an angle like this because you're trying to get to the football. If you run this way, you're gonna let the receiver run by you. So that's exactly what happened. Watch it again. Watch the safety just run by. The ball, look, the ball's thrown. So everyone can see the ball has been thrown, right? The ball's thrown, and look at this guy. What are you doing? Why would you run up like that? If anything, you would run here and wait for the ball. You wouldn't run past the receiver. And then he jumps after the ball already went by him. Like, get up out of here, man. Who's actually believing that? Who is truly believing that? Please, show yourself so I can just berate you. Please, just be that guy. Please, be that guy to say that that was real. I'm daring you. All right, so next play. I think. All right, so they motion. They don't adjust at all. The Patriots don't. So look, they bring a motion and no one adjusts. That guy stays. No one moves at all. So this isn't going to be good. They're already beat by alignment. If there's a motion, you have to adjust. You can't just act like nothing's happening. And then look at it. I already talked about this earlier. So you mean to tell me you have 8 yards of cushion and you're an NFL cornerback and you run between a 4.3 and a 4.5 and you get beat deep? I know he runs a 4.2, but if you run a 4.4, 4.3 and you have 6, 7 yards of space and he's running a streak pattern, you shouldn't be getting beat. If anything, you'll be there at the same time the ball arrives. The problem is this guy jumps forward to run back out, and the safety does the same thing. Instead of taking your 3 read steps, like you're taught to do at 4 or 5 years old on, a defensive back is supposed to take 3 read steps no matter what. 3 backpedal steps so you get depth, you get space, and you can see what's going on. You don't run up immediately, ever. So look what he does. Right when the ball gets hiked, he comes forward. So see, 1, 2, 3 steps he took, guys. Tyreek already took 1, 2, 3 steps. So think about this, guys. Tyreek has already hit full speed right here, and this guy is running up. Now he has to turn around and re-accelerate to get back to top speed to chase this guy, but it's already going to be too late. Now watch what happens. See, now he's turning around, but Tyreek's already next to him right now, guys. I know we can't see him, but he's going to be like right here. He's literally, you can't see my pen, but he's literally right next to him. Now watch. Watch what happens. The safety also runs up. Now they're both chasing. Literally both these guys, and this guy's 15 yards off. They both do the forward step and then run after, guys. And then he gets beat by 3 yards. And think about that. That's the 3 false steps that he took. Remember, he took 3 false steps. He gets beat by 3 yards, which is 3 steps. So just understand that, guys. It's a game of inches. Every foot, every step matters. So if you see somebody taking a false step, which most of the average fans can't pick out. Most people don't know what steps people are supposed to be taking, but I do. So when I see some bullshit like that, I'm going to call it out. It's just that simple. Look at that. That guy's pretending to slip to give Mahomes more time. What, do they need more points here? They get him anyway. No, what the hell? Why did Mahomes? Oh, it's 4th and 22. It's like a punt right now. I didn't see the down and distance. It's 4th and 22. At this point, it's over. But I think we can agree the Chiefs, they need another receiver. Like, they're not going to go to the Super Bowl with the team the way it is right now. They need another receiver at the very least. Rashee Rice is a hit or miss. Like, he'll play great one week and the next week drops everything. Sky Moore, whatever his name is. Sky Moore dropped a wide open touchdown yesterday. He's either a miss or a miss. Like, he's not good. He hasn't had a good game since the Super Bowl. Now who else? Marquise Valdes-Scantling. Hit or miss. He's either catching touchdowns or he's fumbling. Like, it's just like they need something. The only reliable person they have is Travis Kelce, and even he can't do it all. He's 35, man. How much can you ask this man to do at 35? Like, you're going to use him for everything? Now what? This will be his last year because he's going to start breaking down? Ay. Now let's see how this team reacts to this motion, though, guys. So they motion, and they don't adjust, guys. Again, just like they motioned over and no one adjusted. So they're going to get beat by alignment. Now this guy's probably going to get outside and hook somebody because they didn't adjust and move outside of him. Now they're outflanked. Let's see who he blocks. Yep, he gets the outside release. This guy's going to hook. They all run upfield and don't realize it's screen. I don't know what that was, guys. 53? Come on, bro. You're paid millions of dollars to tackle guys, and you went and just caressed him. You couldn't even do that properly. That's such an Eckler touchdown right there. I feel like he's always getting in the end zone like that. Alright, so this game was just hard to even comprehend. Yeah, this is Matt Stafford just throwing this to the other team. Look at his front foot. Whoops. Hold on. Whoops. I hate when it does that. Hold on, guys. I want you guys to look at his front foot, because he's literally aiming this at the defender. He literally aimed this at the defender, guys. I'm going to try to pause it right when he's throwing it. Right there. His foot is aiming right behind the receiver instead of in front of him. So, yeah, he aimed. Look at where the ball is. It goes Yeah, it's way inside, guys. Matthew Stafford is wicked accurate. And this is the same guy that was throwing no-look passes in the NFL Super Bowl. All right? So he can't make a pass, a 5-yard pass. That's what we're going to say? Okay. All right. I want y'all to defend that. Oh, the Cowboys are so good. You don't know what you're talking about. Their defense, their defense. No, the quarterback just threw it at him. Clearly. Utterly and just disgustingly. Now let's pay attention to this gap here, guys. This guy spreads out. 96 moves out a little bit to give him space to get in there. Subtly, watch 96 how he fits himself outside a little instead of squeezing. Watch 96 right there. You see how he moved out? He stepped out a little bit just to let this guy hook him, to give this guy the space. And then now this D-tackle turns his shoulders. Or it looked like he did anyway. Let me see. This guy, what does he do? Yep, he turned his shoulders. His right he turned it inside to the left. So that allowed the guy to seal him inside. So now you have a huge hole, and now a guy's diving on their faces. Or just pretending to dive on their face. Look at this. He pretends to dive on his face. Doesn't even do that properly. But we're supposed to believe that this is real. This guy looks like he's running with a piano on his back. Alright. I'm going to try and move this along. We've been talking a lot because there's a lot been going on. All right, look at this. No rush on the outside, crash inside. He could have gotten outside if he really wanted to, guys. He just wasn't trying to. And that's what you get a touchdown when guys pretend to rush the quarterback. All right, next play. Guys are offsides completely and utterly, but they're not going to call it, I bet. So they do a counter. But the problem is, look at these two guys. What the hell? Bro, I know you're getting double teamed. So if that's the case, fall down and make a pile. And then it became 2-on-2, and then they both just let it happen. Like, oh my God. All the mechanics and technique goes out the window in the NFL, it looks like. Anything you're taught to do just doesn't happen. Is this a pick? Oh, that's a push-off. He definitely pushed off on that one. Watch the receiver. Right there, he pushed off. 11. But he almost ragdolled him. All right, next play. I'm so glad Brock Purdy is losing these games because let's face it, guys. This guy is not as great as they were trying to make him out to be. Like, he was a good, decent guy that's on a great team. Like, that's all it is. He's a decent quarterback that's on a great team. Like, literally any quarterback can look decent and look like him. And they have. Except for, I mean, Trey Lance wasn't that bad. We didn't even see enough of him. We don't even know what he is, truly. Like, we can't really judge the guy. Like, we haven't really seen him play. The last game he played 2 snaps or something and got hurt. 2 games prior to that. Like, we don't know what the kid is. The kid's like 22 years old. Now, Purdy, look at this. Wide open, guys. Like, what are we doing, Purdy? It's first down. Get rid of the football. They're talking about how great you are. Oh, he's like Joe Montana. He sees the field so well. He's so poised. He's so good in the pocket. He's so nimble. Why the hell is he not throwing this slant right here? Huh? Can anyone explain? Nope. We're just going to have nothing but excuses and fanboys talking shit. That's all we're going to have. Instead, he takes a sack for no reason that I can think of. I can't think of a reason why he didn't throw that, guys. If you can, please tell me, and we can talk about it, but I just can't think of one. And this is just a screen, and the NFL guys just pretend they don't know what the screen is and keep running at the quarterback instead of pulling the brakes and turning around and looking for the running back or the screen receiving player. It just never happens in the NFL. Wait, actually, did I pick this game right? I think the Browns won that game, didn't they? So, yeah, I picked this game right, too. I thought I got that one wrong. So, I also picked that game wrong. I really only got 2 games wrong this week. I'm actually surprised by that. All right, so now, screen again, guys. This is the week of the screen. This is the week of the screen. What is this, going to be a fumble or a touchdown or something? What the hell was that? Like, why couldn't he push him out of bounds? Oh my God, guys. Like, are we this naive? Are we that naive? Come on, man. He could have sold out and pushed him and shoved him out of bounds. Easily. Not even, like, my grandma could have done that with her walker. Okay? And that's not even being funny. That's just truthful. Alright, now why on earth? Well, let's see the release. Free release, right? Dude touches his leg, I guess. So basically a free release. Now watch the defender go behind him instead of in front to make a play. Why aren't you working to get in front to play the ball? Instead, he stays behind him. And it looks like, guys, I know it looks like he's trying to rip the ball away, but he's not. All he's doing is waiting for the receiver to catch it with the magnets. Then he places his hand there to make it seem like he's doing it, and then guides it and keeps it there for him and falls to the ground. That's all it is. It's entertainment. And entertaining it is. Geno Smith, crash inside. So devoid of any rush. This can't be good for the defense. Wide open. Let's see what happens here. Underthrows him, but he got it anyway. Over the shoulder catch. Lands right on the magnet. The defender, like always, a foot or two late. Hand on the ball to make it look like you're doing something, but you're not. Alright, now play action. Crash inside. Right through. But it's a screen. It's the week of the screen, guys. I'm telling you. Now let's see the effort. Dude drops to a knee and falls. And then another faller. We got fallers and crawlers, guys. I think we're going to have it. Look at this guy. Whoa, 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 whoa. This guy's jogging. And like, what the hell? He's like stalking him. He's like a freaking hyena. Like, look at how he was stalking him and walking. I've never seen anything like this. Right? There, look at him. He's literally just stalking the guy. Could have run up, could have done something, but just didn't. Freaking hyena. Oh, this is the kick, right? Let's see if this one was manipulated. Manipulation. Let's see if there's any manipulation. I can't even see the ball, honestly. But that's probably the fact that I can't see the ball. What do I say? If you can't see the ball, it was manipulated. Or if it disappears, it's manipulated. So if I couldn't see it the whole time, that just means the NFL guided that in the whole way, just to take no chances. Even though they could have called a bullshit penalty to keep it going, like they always do. Look at this. Turns his shoulder, and the other guy too. Look at both details. Don't pay attention to anyone else but this guy and this guy. You're going to notice he turns his shoulder that way. He turns his shoulder this way. So what is that going to do? It's going to leave a gaping hole in between them. Watch those two guys. Don't watch anything else. See that? See how they both turn their shoulders and go opposite directions? Now, the hole is the size of a car. Huge hole. Right through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it is, man. It's just not legitimate at all. It just isn't. It just isn't. No one turns their shoulders like that in a gap. That's something D lineman coaches tell you never to do. They're like, don't turn your shoulders. Stay square. Why? Because if you turn your shoulders, you're assisting the blocker to block you where the fuck they want to take you. Last I checked, you're supposed to resist against that, not assist it. Excuse me, guys. I'm just trying to get this straight. It's got a little crooked on me. Come on. Alright, we're just going to leave it like that. Alright, so next play. To the void of any rush. They even blitzed that side and they still couldn't get any pressure. Let's see the lack of... So he goes up... Oh my god, guys. Look at how stupid this is. So he goes up to him like he's going to press. Then he opens his shoulders up to the left and basically escorts him in front of him and lets the receiver run by him. Basically gives him the lane, and then he trails him voluntarily. Look at that. See? Like, why would you do that? Why would you volunteer to let a receiver beat you deep? And it's not even two-man under. It was cover one. Like, you know the safety's in the middle of the field, so that means it's going to be hard as fuck for him to get there. So why would you... Oh, yeah, yeah. None of this makes any sense, man. It just does not. And I really do try to make sense of it. It just doesn't make sense. No rush, no edge, no chance whatsoever. And this is against Jordan Love. They're just giving him all the time in the world. Like, I think we can all agree that Green Bay is going to move on from this guy. Like, he can make plays here and there, but he's more of a backup. He's more of a guy that comes in, your quarterback's down, this guy gives you 5 good games. That's what he is, man. He's not a 16, 17 game a year quarterback. Like, he's too inconsistent. It didn't take us this long to figure out Burrow, Mahomes, Lamar, all these guys. We knew within the first few games these guys were something. We knew. With this guy, it's taking this long, years, and we still don't know. Now let's look at this. DeAndre Hopkins again. There he is. So what kind of no press? Let's pretend that we're pressing. Basically the same thing the other guy. He escorts him to the inside while playing outside leverage. Dude runs a C route on him, it looks like. Yep, a deep flag route, C route. Oh, wait, never mind. I thought that was to Hopkins. That was to 15. So let's see what they do to 15 on this side. 15 obviously runs a post. Untouched. Free release. Will Levis looks off the safety and throws it across field. Flicks it like Doug Flutie, man. That's all that was, man. They're trying to make a new star in Tennessee. I mean, I did say when I made the video on him, I did say he was going to be a good player. Like, I think he's going to be a good player. He's got all the tools. All right, so let's look at this crash inside. Goes inside. Why would you do that? Now the quarterback goes right outside because you allowed him to. And buys more time to do what with it? Touchdown? All because a dude crashes inside and allows him outside to get more time. That's all that is, man. Just doing stuff that you would never do. Nothing you were ever taught to do is being done. It's almost like if you're potty trained and you just shit yourself anyway. Same idea there. Crash inside. So what? Uh-oh. So the fumble happens. Let's see what this guy does with blocking. Or lack thereof. So he goes into a shuffle. He doesn't get back any depth at all. So once the tackle starts shuffling, it's over for them. I always tell you guys, if they don't get back and back up and get depth, at least 5-6 yards, they're going to get beat. If they go right into a shuffle, they're going to get beat. Because you can't shuffle faster than a linebacker can run. It's not going to happen. Like, that's not what you're supposed to do. The average fan doesn't know that, though. Uh-oh. Is this a kick return? Let's see if everyone stays in the middle. Yeah, everyone stays in the middle. There's no one. I haven't seen anyone outside the numbers until now. Finally. They do a... they stuffed him, don't they? Nope. They should have. How don't they get this guy here, guys? How don't they get him? Look at this. Dead to rights. Reach in, clamped. Dude got clipped and clamped. Clip right there. Right? That's a hold and a clip at the same time. Like, you can't just pull a guy when he's got you beat like that. The refs are all there looking at it and just letting this happen. This is probably the worst hold of the day. So that's a hold, not called. Gets tackled to the ground on 3rd and 1. That should be 3rd and 11. But okay, let's pretend. And now this guy and that guy, they both just overrun him. They both do. But clearly they're just trying to make these running backs look great. Is that Jonathan Taylor or the other guy? The other guy. Alright. We got probably 5 to 10 more plays. No rush at all, guys. Devoid of anything. And then my man throws it pretty nicely, actually. But what the hell? Dude dropped it, I guess. Did you look at the ball, though, guys? Look at how it kind of glitches. See how it, like, disappears almost? That's weird to me, man. That's just weird. And then it just ends up in the defender's hand. Like, I don't even know what to say about that. Like, to be truthful. I really don't know what to say. Might we see a Karen or a Colin Kaepernick sighting? Because the Vikings are without Kirk Cousins. He's torn his Achilles. I don't know if anyone heard the news. So he's out for this year and probably next year. Unless you're Aaron Rodgers. And I doubt they're going to have a fairy tale for him. So let's see this guy and this guy. What do they do? Turns his shoulders and goes upfield. Huge hole because your two D tackles are nowhere near the play, guys. That's all that is. Your D tackles spread outside and open the middle up. That's all that happened. This isn't Saquon Barkley is so amazing. No, it's the defenders let him run up the middle. That's all that was. That was really bad, man. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Devoid of any rush again. And wide open. But let's see how this happens. If they let us. Free release. Free release again. And that's what happens. You're going to chase. You're going to chase if you're going to free release speed demons. Like this guy, they were talking about him. He's a speed demon. And you're just going to free release him? You're not going to jam him and slow him down? That's really what your coach told you to not do? Come on, guys. False start, left tackle. Right into a shuffle that I don't like when that happens. Luckily for him, Mac Jones got rid of it, but threw it right to the defender. This is just the defender played this amazingly. This is cover 3. Cover 3, the corner gets depth. Basically plays two receivers at the same time, baits the quarterback, breaks off the ball, and jumps the route. That's textbook right there. Yeah, Mac Jones is a moron for throwing that, but the defender just played him out. I've done that plenty of times. This year, I've done that at least 4 or 5 times to quarterbacks in cover 3. That's what I love about zone. You can play around with it. You can make quarterbacks think that you're running a certain way, but you know what he's going to do, and you break off the ball right when you see the ball is thrown. Like, that's the beauty of playing DB. Because quarterbacks are looking at everything. If they see a shoulder turned and it looks like you're running an opposite direction, they're going to think you're running that way. But if you're pretending to do that and turn immediately, you can get a lot of interceptions tricking quarterbacks. I think the 49ers had it happen to them. The Bengals did that. Exactly what I said to you, one of the interceptions, that happened to Brock Purdy. The defender acted like he was running a different direction to make the quarterback think that the route was going to break over, and then he turned at the last second and picked them off. But you really can do that to guys. So now, this is actually not a bad rush at all. And Desmond Ridder is just being Desmond Ridder and getting rid of the ball. Desmond got rid of the ball. Gosh. I think he had like 3 fumbles this week. He had 3 interceptions the last week. And then 3 fumbles the week prior. So he just can't hold the football. He's like the league leader, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Devoid of any rush. The guy gets tackled to the ground with the block and almost tackled him. Not. Made it seem like it. And then look at this defense. The defender turns his back and then does the reach my hand and act like I'm doing something. Alright, let's see what happens here. Oh, this is the sack, isn't it? Drop back. Oh, he got rid of it. Terrible tackle attempt 2 times. Oh, this is the touchdown, isn't it, with Breece Hall? It's all just missed tackles and guys falling on their face. Look at that. Why couldn't this guy bring him down? What was that? Just drop down and grab his legs. Like, what the freaking hell was that? That was just terrible, man. He's like, no, please don't hit me. He's like, please, no. Alright, looks like the last play here. Dude comes right through and he is sacked. Fumble. But let's see the technique on the tackle. Terrible. Right into a shuffle. Doesn't get any depth. And gets killed. And that's the way the cookie crumbles, guys. Thanks for watching, and join me next week for the next breakdown.